Welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. We are back. It's your boy Dirty D.
It's your boy Tech Daddy. And we are technically back to back because we are now recorded 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row, motherfuckers.
We are doing this for you all. So, you know.
We don't have Queen Bee with us again.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Somebody put out an APB. We need to put like a missing persons.
We've actually been looking for her.
Like I told you, like she's only Snapchatted me today, but like it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's fine.
She's okay, yeah. Just to be clear, she's okay.
She actually is fine. But yeah, welcome back to the Acquired Taste Podcast. We are literally back to back again. Like I mentioned in the last episode, or probably the one prior to that too, we missed like most of December.
Yeah.
So and then 1 week in January.
Yeah, and then we got fucking, as soon as we got back, we were like, let's fucking hit it hard. And then I got fucking sick as fuck.
Yeah, you didn't even have COVID. You just had like an ailment.
No flu, no strep, no COVID. And they were just like, you're just kind of a pussy. Get out of my office.
Your immune system just gave it up.
Wasting our time.
Yeah, man. So we figured why not pack some episodes in while we actually have health, or at least two of us are healthy.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep ahead of ourselves, you know, so even if something happens, we still got something ready for you.
Exactly, man. Keeping the content rolling is the thing. So anyways, like we said before, welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. We are mostly a history podcast, a little bit of mystery, some science, a lot of jokes.
Yeah, we like to have fun.
We like to have fun. That's true. So if you're new, welcome. We usually start off every episode with a little bit of banter, you know, kind of get the juices flowing. A little bit of comedy here and there. Try to keep it real, you know, keep it loose. And so if that's something that you are not interested in hearing, just say about 15 minutes. You'll get to the content. You get to the juice, the meat of what we're actually here for. If you're returning to the podcast, welcome. We appreciate you. How y'all doing? Y'all staying warm out there?
What's happening?
I hope so.
It was icy this morning, man.
Dude, I have not left the house in like 3 days.
Like last night going driving from here was icy as fuck. Yeah, it was, and then like you still didn't see no salt trucks, and then I went to Val's, and then on the way back going home, it was just complete fucking, like my car was driving at a 45-degree angle. I
mean, first and foremost, you really can't call your car a car.
Yeah, you know, it was a sled basically.
There you go.
At this point, yeah,
yeah. It's so yeah. I hope y'all are being safe out there. Staying warm at least. I have not left the house. But if you guys are returning, thanks. We appreciate your support. As always, you get 4 head kisses. Oh yes, and pats. Because you guys are doing a great job, whatever it is.
Indeed, yeah. Fucking, we fucked up there, and you guys are still
with us. You know, still with us.
That's what I'm talking about.
We were actually joking about this earlier. We're going through the numbers. Just like, you know, just seeing what happened while we were away, because I haven't checked our stats at all since we haven't really done much. And yeah, we still got like a couple hundred people like actually listening, like for our old shit. Like,
oh hell yeah,
like right on, guys. Thanks for that.
Yeah, dig in that catalog.
Well, this is. I mean, we're over 90 episodes now, so I mean, there's something for everybody out there at this point. At least I hope so.
Yeah, when this one drops, for sure.
Yep. So, anyways, what's the question for today, man? What we got going on?
I do have a question, but first, before I do the question, I noticed Ben, the last episode that I listened to,
oh god,
was having a little hard time of comparisons of things to his milky white skin and why he haven't had the best luck with sun. You know,
well, he is from literally the gloomiest place on the planet, Scotland, so. He's Scottish.
Yeah, I seen Ben was struggling to think of some comparisons, so I thought of some for you. Number 1, snow.
Okay.
Paper. Safety vest.
Oh, wow.
Reflective safety vest. Cat's eyes.
Damn. Like the glow of the dark ones?
Yeah, the ones that you only see at night.
Fair enough. Yep. All right.
Ellen DeGeneres' hair.
Damn. Felon DeGeneres.
Yeah, and that's all I got.
Okay. All right.
White skin.
Little clapbacks from the prior episode. I feel that.
Oh god, I was dying when I was listening to that.
That's fantastic.
That was good for me.
I'm glad you enjoyed that while you were away.
So the question for today: what's your fucking dream car?
Ooh, that is a big question, dude. Like
like I don't know shit about cars, but I know when I was a kid, there was one particular car I always want. Well, two, I guess, that I always
Sure.
wanted.
I mean, we can. This is going to take me a minute, dude. Like, because I love cars.
Yeah.
So I'm a big automotive person.
Well, let's say narrow down to like maybe top 3 or maybe categories of car. Maybe that'll be easier.
Okay, so like I'll do like a car I will never be able to get,
Okay. I
like
that.
okay, but never be able to afford. But I would love to just drive it one day. 'Cause I'll probably die in it.
Yeah.
So that'd be a McLaren Senna. It would be my one car that I will never be able to afford.
McLaren?
Yeah, the Senna specifically.
Those are like $1 million fucking cars. Or something.
Yeah, they're pretty ridiculous.
Let me look up how much this fucking.
Yeah, it's a lot, especially with inflation now. The price cars, the used car market is still insane for anything. But yeah, that's one car I know I will never be able to afford, but that's okay because the car is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, holy this looks like a Grand Theft Auto. Fucking the car that you win at the casino.
Yeah. Like, dude, because McLaren is owned essentially like if you gave nerds a car company and told them design a car, that's what you would get.
It's very, very slick. That thing looks like 6 inches from the ground, maybe.
Maybe.
Holy shit.
Like if you notice, like the door, there's a window at the bottom of it. They put a window in the door to save weight.
Wow,
Like,
yeah, I see it. Holy
they used to
shit.
save more weight. Like literally, they just took the brightest minds of engineering they could possibly find, and then gave them a car company. Like, hey, here, just go off.
Wow.
Yeah, those things are nuts. You actually see a P1 though around town. There's like 2 P1s I've seen.
No shit.
McLaren's around. Like there's a white one, and I think I saw like a black one somewhere. But the white one I see pretty often in the summertime.
Yeah,
it's pretty tight.
They must live in Dyer.
Yeah, probably. You know, somewhere nice. I know the car that I plan to buy one day, probably be like a 17, maybe 18 BMW M5. I'm thinking.
Ooh, okay.
Love the M5. So that's something I can actually afford at one point in my life. Though that's like, you know, something that I can get one day.
Yeah, I can see
Like that's
that.
very reasonable. Like they're around 50,000.
Oh, yeah.
That's not crazy. That's something like, okay, you know, give me another couple raises, couple 2-3 raises in the realm of possibility.
Those.
They're all-wheel drive though, but they're fucking fast.
Damn, I just looked up I found the price of this fucking McLaren you were talking about.
Oh, how much is it?
1.6 million.
1 point. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, there's no way I'm gonna afford that one day.
Fuck, man.
That's out of the question.
Yeah, dude, if I ever have $1 million, like I'm just gonna not work for 10 years and just live on $100,000 a year budget.
Yeah,
And just I'll figure something out along those 10 years where I can
I would hope so.
there'd be plenty of time to figure that
Invest
out.
something. I would hope. I don't fucking know something, man.
You know, like
Yeah.
I would like 1.6. You got money.
And then I guess my third car, probably like a Nissan R 35. Is it the R35 now? 37? 35. R35. The GTR.
Yeah, that's the one I've heard you talk about.
Yeah, the GCR, that's also one that I can feasibly afford one day. That's like 70, 80,000. They're not crazy. Like, that's reasonably like, okay, give me a couple years, couple two tree raises. Like, I can afford that one day.
Yeah,
like, that's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's expensive as fuck.
But yeah, those would be my one car. There's no way I'll ever be able to afford. And then those two. Actually, I'm gonna change the BMW out. I'm gonna keep the GTR though because I love that car. It's fucking fantastic. Monstrosity that Nissan. Like Nissan's one good thing that they've done. And I'm gonna change that out for I want like a 1970 like Chevy Nova SS.
Ooh, yeah.
In yellow.
I like that.
Specifically. Yeah, apparently my mom had one before I was born and then sold it. So thanks for that, Mom. Appreciate it. Could have been great. Could have been great.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
All right, go ahead, man. What you got?
Okay, so the first one, it stuck in my head when I was a kid from the movie Demolition Man.
Okay.
So in the movie Demolition Man, when after he's already waken up, Sylvester Stallone from being frozen, he works his way into the underground tunnels when he's talking with Old Boy and he makes friends with them, and he finds a 1970 Oldsmobile.
Okay.
Down there and with a 442 engine. Just a sleek looking fucking car, dude. It just looked badass, it's like the Dukes of Hazzard looking thing, the slants in the back, but just because of that movie, like I remember like Sandra Bullock had that scene where she was like so excited about this stupid car, and I was like, I want a 1970 442 engine, bucket seats. What the fuck?
Hey, those things were nice cars, man. They were nice cars back then. Like I feel like our parents' generation took that for granted because they had some cool fucking shit.
Yeah, like I'm looking at the prices at some now. They're around 60,000, 70,000.
Yeah, it's not crazy, but I mean, it depends on the mileage, I suppose.
Yeah. This one's got used 500 miles. This one's got 55,000 miles at 70,000. I mean, that's really not bad. That's pretty cool. So the other one I would say was my older brother David had El Camino.
Okay.
El Camino when I was a kid.
I can see you driving one of those.
And I loved that car. I don't remember what year it was, but he was like, like real hood back then,
Sure.
So like he had like subs in the back.
Hell yeah, he did.
The open back. You know what I mean? And it was the old subs that had the speaker guards over it.
Okay, yeah.
And then he would have like these chains that had them like chained down to his
Well, yeah, you don't want somebody to rob you.
the back,
Yeah. That's fucking tight.
But yeah, I just thought those looked cool as fuck because it's like just a cool station wagon.
They are so cool, man. And it's not really a station wagon. It's more of a American Ute, I guess. But
Yeah.
But yeah, because I mean, station wagons themselves are actually kind of cool too, though.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I do fuck with station wagons.
You know, they still make them, by the way.
Before I bought this car, it was either between this and the guy had a 2007 Volvo station wagon.
Okay.
And like, it's like this car at the time when I bought it was only like 3 years old.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was that or the 2007 Volvo station wagon. And I was like,
I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck do I even get parts for that shit? Like,
I mean, Volvo's pretty easy to find parts for.
is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
I was like, is this going to be one of those situations where they're like, oh yeah, we don't make that shit anymore?
Yeah, Volvo's still around, thankfully. I think they're Swedish. Yeah, the Swedes. Good times.
This.
Good times. You know what's funny, man? The next car I was thinking about buying, and actually I'm not even thinking about it, I am going to do it. After I buy a house, my next big purchase is going to be I want a 1987 like Chevy Corvette.
Ooh.
I've been wanting that since I was a kid.
Nice.
I had like the Power Wheel.
Yeah.
Like we could drive around. I had a red one. And there's a picture. I'm pretty sure you've seen the picture of me as a child posing on top of this thing.
Yeah.
And I want to recreate that photo as an adult.
Oh, that's dope.
Is the whole thing. But I love that car. That was a great car.
Yeah,
so, 1987, good year. Good things happen.
Yeah, I just
big things popping.
I wish they made cars look like that nowadays.
Oh yeah. It was well, the 80s was a weird time, especially after the gas crisis. But the 70s though, man, like that Coke bottle, the bottle shaped body style cars.
Yeah.
Because Dodge was famous for it.
Yeah.
The Charger to Challenger back then were infamous for having that bottle shaped body. Because if you look at it far enough back, it actually does have curve to it. It has curvature. Like a Coke bottle would.
Yeah.
It is wild.
No
so
shit.
subtle, but it's so beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, I love that.
As an infamous rapper once said, the bottle-shaped body like Mrs. Butterworth.
God damn.
Indeed.
Man, these El Caminos are cheap now that I'm looking at them.
They're not bad.
Like, holy shit.
You should totally buy yourself one day.
Yeah, this is definitely a doable right here. Yeah, these are like the high-end ones are like 20,000.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
This one's
I mean, you can still get parts for them too pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like maintenance on those is not going to be a really big issue. I mean, you'll be able to get what you need.
Yeah. It's goddamn.
Did you pull up to a fucking show your drum kits in the back?
Yeah, if it fits, I'm cool, man. That's pretty much all I need.
The bed of that thing is pretty well fucking useless, but it'll be able to haul your drum kit at least. Like, you can't fit shit else back there.
Hell yeah.
But a drum kit,
And that's all I need, really.
That's about right.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, my boss just messaged me.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
You're busy.
Dude, I swear, man. Anyways, all right. So, what we got going on today, man? We got a little car episode.
Yeah. I have no fucking clue about this topic at all.
Fair enough. I got this one. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, I love cars. Like I will sit and talk about cars all day, every day, with people. It's one of my favorite topics to discuss. It's because I think cars are fucking cool, man. Except for electric cars. I don't think they're that cool.
Yeah.
Man.
I wish I like caught the bug. I wish I was like a car guy. Like, cause I build shit for a living.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I build like really big fucking structures that they use in steel mills and oil refineries and all types of shit. So I like the aspect of putting something together. But
Sure.
like a car engine, I just never had the drive to want to,
Sure.
because I fixed my own shit on this car. It's
it's
easy,
Might as well, dude.
Yeah, but it's like, for the most part, I'm not like a big car guy,
Sure.
by any means.
I mean, I'm not the world's best mechanic. I do ask a lot of questions and YouTube a lot of shit. That's I'm not going to sit there and say I turn wrenches all day. I don't.
Yeah.
And thankfully I do have mechanically inclined friends that do help me a lot. I mean, shout out to them, Curtis, my boy Jet. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have saved me so many thousands of dollars over the years.
Shout out to your local fucking mechanic who does some side jobs.
Oh, them side jobs under the table real quick. Swoop, swoop. Yeah, shit. I love y'all. The greatest friends. But yeah, I got to give them a quick shout because they have definitely saved me a lot of money in the past just by coming through and helping me out when I was in desperate need of help. Because there's nothing more that pisses me off than car issues. Because like, dude, it's a money sink. It's such a fucking money sink.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, I've had a lot of bad cars. I've had a lot of cool cars. I've had a lot of car issues with said cool cars.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of damn accurate, man. Anyways, so like I've had a lot of lemons too. It's just my automotive history has just been bad. But I mean, thankfully, because of all those issues, I've learned how to fix a lot of things too, just because of dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
But this car better last me, man. I got like another 5 years to pay on this damn thing. But this episode we're talking about Dodge. We're talking about Dodge.
Right.
And the reason why this is pertinent, there's actually a few reasons why. One is because a friend of ours, Mike, he actually did ask for this episode like a year ago. My bad, I completely forgot. So
here we are. We got you though.
There was that. I completely forgot. My bad. And there's there's a car that was recently discovered that is going to be remade into the very last Dodge Challenger with combustion engine, because they're switching everything over to electric. I think starting next year.
Are they really?
Yeah, Dodge is going all electric.
Wow.
Yep. So is Chevy. Everybody is. I think by like 2026, most car companies we know of are going to be all electric.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, man.
There's like,
I'm upset about this.
What about all the cars that we're already using that are just fucking...
Well, they can't get rid of mechanics. So there's that. And we still rely on petrol. So we still rely on gasoline for most of our power. So that shouldn't be. We'll be fine.
Yeah, that's...
Like, we can probably still own gas cars until we're dead, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, there's no forcing us, except for California, there's no forcing us to switch. Oh, you that bullshit. Anyways.
Yeah.
California's doing emission laws. I'm like, you guys are fucking nuts. But anyways, so I have issues with electric cars for many reasons. One was just proven in Chicago. You saw that shit with all the Teslas.
All the Teslas being fucking just stuck, not being because it's too cold.
We're like, oh, well, I mean, that doesn't happen all the time. Like, we live in Chicagoland. We have polar vortexes.
Yeah, like
habitually.
This was like the test, and you failed.
You failed. Thanks, Tesla.
Yeah, like everybody.
Oh, my bad. Not Tesla, because he was cool. Thanks, Musk.
Yeah.
And like the problem that this is like a mini rant. The problem that I have with Teslas is not only obviously the weather thing that we have problems with. The doors might get stuck when you're trying to open them in wintertime. They're not really made for the climate that we have here, or for the north or east or further northwest. Pretty much anything above a certain temperature in this world, really.
Yeah.
Not really made for. But the problem that I have though is not only that, but I have an issue with their parts. So there was a dude on YouTube named Rich Rebuilds. I think his YouTube might have been taken down by Tesla eventually, but he owns a garage called, I believe, Electrified Garage, where he fixes e-vehicles. So he has a certified Tesla mechanic that works with him there, and what they do is they go over various issues that Teslas can have and show, like, okay, here's how much they charge. Here's how much this part actually costs. Here's how much we charge. And it's a night and day difference. Yeah. But the thing is, though, there's not a garage like that everywhere. I mean, do you even know of an electric car or e-vehicle garage out here? Chicago, maybe? No?
Never heard of one out here.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you have, say you have a Tesla, say you have a Chevy, say you have a Ford, whatever e-vehicle your choice is, if it breaks, where you got to go? You got to go to manufacturer. And the manufacturer always going to charge you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But fuck broke people, Anyways,
And service
it
fees
just
and
drives me
shit.
nuts. And then think about it again. How many charging stations do you know of, like in the area?
Yeah,
I can name 2.
Target and Costco, I think. I don't even know
can
if
name 3.
Costco has one.
I don't know if they do or not. They probably do.
I'm not even sure if Costco. They might have one.
They might. I think Meyer does.
But Target. I
Target
think,
for sure. Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Okay, yeah. that's
They
the
have one because that kind of makes sense. And,
Yeah, and other than that, yeah, that's the only place I've ever really seen them.
right. So it's just the lack of mechanics to do independent work. So you're forcing your people to go to the manufacturer to fix it, which is bullshit. Because there was that whole thing, I think what happened in California too, actually, the right to fix your own stuff. It was a phone issue. I think it started with Apple, I'm pretty sure. But they were making it so that you could not fix your own equipment. You had to go to Apple Store. And people were like, well, I own this product. I should be able to work on it if I own it.
Yeah.
And exactly.
What the?
So look at e-vehicles. What do you know about them? How do you know how to fix them? Is there a person on YouTube showing how to fix them? Like, is there a manual? Is there, there's no, you have to do this.
Yeah.
Another issue that I have, again, this is specifically with Tesla, is that their parts are hard to find. So, like, say your seat has malfunction, or your seatbelt has a malfunction, or your door handle malfunctions, or something like that where you have to replace a part. They don't have replacements.
Oh, shit.
So there's that.
Yeah, what the
Then you have build quality issues where their parts don't fit properly together, like where their door jambs aren't completely sealed like they're supposed to be, or it's mismatched in some way, like where it's not uniformed production because they weren't ready to make these many cars because they were supposed to be a small company making hundreds of thousands of cars every year.
Yeah.
They're not prepared for that. They're not made for that. Hence the issue with the part shortage. I go with this for hours. But and I don't want to. I don't want to because we're here to talk about something else. But it's just every time I think about like these companies going all electric, and I mean, okay, the environment, whatever, I get it. But at the same time, how are we producing these batteries?
Yeah, but it's like the same, like with the lithium that they use, like this the same equipment that they're going to use to mine lithium needs gas, requires carbon emissions.
And what produces electricity?
This is fucking wild.
Other than
man.
like of course, like the natural wind farms, which is still not sustainable, which is unfortunate. We have a ton here, and then hydroelectric power, which is again great, but we don't have one near here.
Yeah.
So the closest one I can think of is in New York. So it's the falls. But
Yeah.
other than that,
Like how the
so
fuck?
how are you making electricity without burning coal? Anyway, I'm just over here. Let me get off my damn soapbox and let's get to the damn content because I could go on this for hours. The fact that they're forcing this is what drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's
like
wild,
don't
man.
force me to do shit. Like,
yeah, we've had many discussions about stuff like that on this podcast. With Ben and John especially.
Yep. So it's just unfortunate that like this is the last year we're going to see a petrol powered Dodge Charger or Challenger. I'm sorry.
Damn.
And probably Charger too. I think they're getting rid of both. But I know the Challenger has a replacement, which is even funnier because if you look at it, the chassis of it is just the same fucking thing. It has an engine bay. It has a transmission bay. It just doesn't have an engine or transmission. Like they literally just they took so the joke is because it looks badass. I will give the designers credit all day because it looks amazing. It's just all extras in my end. But because of that, you can just buy a crate engine and drop one in the damn thing. Because it's literally it's made for it.
Yeah, that's funny.
They got lazy and didn't make a new chassis.
They should call the new Challenger Challenged.
We're here for the jokes.
Got him.
All right, let's dive into this content. Again, I can just talk shit about e-vehicles all fucking day, but I really don't want to.
Yeah, let's get it.
So Dodge. We are talking about Dodge today. As I mentioned before, last Challenger's coming out this year, and it's a fucking monster. I want to drive it just once, just one time for the one.
Yeah.
Way above my pay grade though, unfortunately, but that's okay.
Probably rent it,
Yeah, maybe. I want to rent it in like Vegas, like somewhere where it's like flat and I can just open it up and do something real stupid.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So Dodge was started by a pair of brothers, actually. You had Horace and John.
Horace?
Horace.
That's a strong ass name right
It
there.
is. Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, I like that.
Oh, yeah, it was my nickname growing up because I used to wear the Horace Grant goggles.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good times. So these brothers, the they started off. Their dad actually owned his own factory, so they kind of grew up like learning a little bit about just how manufacturing stuff works. They ended up going on to I think they moved to Canada, and they started creating bikes. They started making bicycles. Why not? I guess they hated it. They sold it. Moved back to America. Started working for Ford. So they moved to Detroit. Started working for Ford. The funny thing about that is Henry Ford was not able to pay them. Just at the time, they just didn't have the money to pay them. So they paid them in shares of the company. So you have the Dodge brothers owning part of Ford, just to start off with. And what they did was they actually were engineers for Ford. They were producing, they helped produce the Model T. It was one of their first projects, was producing that vehicle. They took what they learned and decided to make their own company because they had their own ideas how to make these things better. And like most things, they actually didn't, I think it was Henry Ford's son that just didn't agree with them. So they decided to separate and made their own company. The other thing about the Dodge brothers is if you look at their history, I think the Dodge commercials were always like, telling like, oh, well, we got to be like the Dodge brothers and, break boundaries and da-da-da, which is like true, they did. But they were also raging alcoholics. Like, raging alcoholics.
That's how you break the boundaries.
I guess, man. It sounds terrible. Like, we drunk all the time. Sounds fucking terrible. But that's part of their story that I think just doesn't really get enough light shown upon it. Because that is something that was true. They definitely had a drinking problem. And it's funny, after this episode comes out, it's after Lucas Lee. Jeez, I was just watching yeah. Anyways,
after Lucas comes in,
but
not drinking,
right? So yeah, this is right after that.
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, you guys are drinking, that's cool. But these alcoholics,
but here's people who did.
Right, they made a car
who tell their tales.
It was great. So one of the things that they were really known for is, building cars that were not only faster than your average, like, Ford Model T, but was also, they were the first people to actually make a test track on their property in order to test their vehicles out, to see what kind of terrain it can handle, to see if it could actually go uphill without like the transmission braking or having to go uphill backwards. Long story short, Model T's, if you had to go up a steep hill, you have to go up it backwards.
Wow.
Anyways,
that's wild.
So they tested all that out on their own test track to make sure that their cars could actually outperform the Model T, which it did. They made a bunch of other cars too. That's not really what I'm here for. I'm not going to really talk about them too heavily because, like I said, before we started recording this is more about the cars than about the people. So, and also their story isn't that long. Unfortunately, they both died kind of young. Their first car company was opened in 1914. So naturally, with that time period, their first vehicles were made for military contract as well.
Yeah,
they made like trucks and stuff like that. Then they made a hospital truck as well, which is kind of cool. But then you go in right after that, Great Depression.
Yeah.
Then right after that, you have World War II, essentially. So they again made more vehicles out. I think they actually did make the engines for the B-52. I want to say they did make engines for bombers, which I think was pretty cool. So going in after that, they, like I said before, had a problem with drinking. They went to a conference. They both ended up getting sick. So with Prohibition, again, this is before World War II, I'm sorry. Before World War II, they both got sick. Prohibition was going on. They did not have the ability to get actual normal alcohol. So they're just going to speakeasies, buying whatever. Yeah. You know how that period was. We never really got into it. We should one day, but.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah, write that down. Anyways. Yeah. So what was going on is you had this whatever bootleg ass liquor they were drinking. Well, the problem was they both ended up getting sick. They both had got what was essentially the flu, but the flu back then was a death sentence, damn near, because they didn't know. A lot. Well, the flu back. I mean, the flu now is still a problem for the older people and whatnot.
Yeah, like if it was like how I was sick last week and it was back then, they would have called the doctor and he would be like, "He's not gonna."
Yeah, say goodbyes to your 25 children.
He's dead.
It's like, well, he lived to 33. It's a long life.
It was a good life.
Right. He's already a grandfather.
Yeah, literally though. Fuck.
So, unfortunately, Horace did die of cirrhosis of the liver. He died after, I'm sorry, I should have written that differently. John died of the flu. Unfortunately, he did have tuberculosis. So the flu plus having tuberculosis.
Yeah.
I mean, we play Red Dead.
Yeah. That broke my heart right there.
Mm-hmm.
Broke my heart.
Yep.
And like I kept looking up ways to try to save him. I was like, wait, there's like a snake oil salesman you run into. Maybe he's gonna post it. Like I was looking shit up online.
It's not a good idea.
There was nothing saving it.
No, there was nothing at all to save him. Which we always love that character.
Mm-hmm.
So once John died, because John and Horace were very close. And they were brothers, like I said before, but they were also close. And after John died, Horace drank himself to death. Essentially, that was supposed to the liver. And the Dodge brothers.
Yeah.
After that, the wives took over the company. They died. Wives got the company. Wives like, and they sold it. Which I think they sold it to Chrysler. I should have probably written that part down too. But anyways, they sold it. But the Dodge name never died. With them at the time, I think they were the third largest auto manufacturer in the country. They were in Detroit too. So it was you had Ford. Dodge, you had Chevy, you had all the big American companies up there. I think Oldsmobile was up there, Chrysler was up there.
Yeah,
you had all the biggest American companies in the same place. Detroit was the Motor City,
fucking Motor City. Yeah,
exactly. So in that era of prominence, you couldn't stop them.
Yeah.
So even with them being gone, even though they were bought out, the name never went anywhere because it was still a known entity, a known property.
Like if I think like Challenger is like, isn't that like the car that's in like every fucking movie? Like if there's like a movie that's heavily based around a car, like it's usually like a fucking Dodge Challenger.
I mean, either a Challenger or a Charger, depends on which one.
It's like that. I'm not saying everyone, but like I feel like I see that all the time in fucking movies.
Well, you see it Fast and the Furious. The Fast and Furious franchise, at least the first couple of them before it got all ridiculous. The car that Vin Diesel's character drives, that's a Charger.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a 1970 Dodge Charger, if my memory serves, which is so fucking cool. Those things are so fucking cool.
Pretty dope.
Dude, they have swivel headlights. So if you look up a picture of them, their grill is like all it looks like it's just normal car grill. You turn on lights, it swivels backwards, so like the lights come out.
Oh,
it looks so fucking cool.
That's dope. Yeah.
I love pop up and down headlights. Lights for us. Like one of the reasons I want the Corvette that I want is because it has pop up headlights, which is cool. We should bring it back. Just saying. But those swivel ones, pretty dope.
Yeah, this one looks gnarly. I'm looking at here.
They're pretty dope. So the reason why I had to give just a little bit of backstory, at least about Dodge, because we're going to get into a couple other cars. I'm really going to be talking about the Charger and the Challenger. Because, I mean, we're talking about the muscle car era. Easily one of the coolest eras of all time. We've seen Days Confused.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I wish I could have been like a teenager in the late 60s. Transitioning to
just
70s.
A little bit, just for a minute. Because, like,
I'll take a summer of 69, you know?
Hell yeah. Like, the thing is, being black, we don't want to go back in time. Like, you can't tell one black person, like, hey, you want to time travel? Fuck no. But just like for a weekend, though?
Yeah, you know, like, in the summer of love, you know,
like without being drafted.
Oh shit!
Like and up in the north too, and I go south. Yeah, I gotta be up the north. Yeah, like there's a lot of stipulations I have.
Yeah, we gotta make a list, you know, before we.
Yeah, we gotta make I need a list of things. Like I gotta be California at least. Like, you know, like I'm just not going out like that.
Yeah, you want to do that.
But yeah, I mean, just imagine that era though, man. Like this is like Summer of Love. You have easily the coolest cars ever made.
Yeah,
which aren't even that expensive. Like these are affordable vehicles.
Yeah, like
anybody can get
for an average price, I guess you would say. You know,
a price if you have a job, you could probably get one.
I'm gonna try to look up to see what it would cost to brand new.
All right, yeah, sure. So in the meantime, while you're doing that, there was this whole muscle car era was kicked off by, and this is people argue it to this day, but the main car of the era was the Ford Mustang. Ford Mustang is what kicked off the muscle car era. They found a small car, made it rear-wheel drive, put a giant motor in it, and sold it to the public, and they fucking ate it up, which is cool. I think it's cool. I'm not a big Ford person myself, but hey, I'll give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Did you find the price?
Yeah, this is fucking wild. And it ranges.
Okay, yeah.
From $2,851 to $3,083. Or you can get the convertible
Oh,
for 32,066. Well, it goes a little bit higher than that, I guess. So it ranges. Hold on, like there's more here. Okay, so it ranges from anywhere from about $3 to $4 grand.
yeah. Like I said, if you had a job back then, you could probably get one of these.
That's bullshit. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
I'm like upset that I just looked that up. God damn it.
It hurts the feelings a little bit, man.
Yeah, that stings. That stings right there.
Yeah, it hurts the feelings a little bit. Yeah, first gen, it's 1964 was the first year. 64 Mustang, which I'm sure nowadays, if you have one of those and you want to sell it, you could probably afford to put your family, kids, children's probably through college.
Oh, shit.
Easily.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Wow.
The thing is with these cars, especially what I'm about to get into, a lot of them have a lot of variants, and that's why they're so widespread. Even nowadays, I'm gonna dive into this a little bit heavier later, but even nowadays, like, have you ever noticed, like, if you see like a Charger or Challengers, they come in these wild colors?
Yeah, usually.
That's from the factory. Those aren't people's paint jobs.
Wow.
You can buy them like that.
Yeah, it's like always like a green or a purple.
Well, like, yeah, the plum crazy. As that's what it's called, actually.
Plum crazy. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, the plum crazy purple. They actually made damn near every color except for pink, which they actually planned to make pink, but the owner was like,
how about new?
Yeah, a little fakeless.
Fakeless?
If you've ever seen Robin Hood Men in Tights, you get that reference, and I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't, you should watch.
You should definitely pause this episode and go and watch Robin Hood Men in Tights and come back to us after you laugh about it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, with the eruption that was the Ford Mustang, a lot of other car companies had to try to catch up. I mean, the Ford Mustang took everybody by storm. You can afford this really cool car, like I said, convertible. It's fast and it's affordable. Like, I could say affordable because it's affordable. Like, you have a cool car that you can actually afford. It's wild. So people went nuts for them. So obviously every other car company tried to make something similar to it. They had to, just to make sure that they didn't go bankrupt, essentially. Because nobody wanted to buy anything else but this car. So, I mean, of course, we have the Corvette, which I got to give honorable mention to. It wasn't necessarily a muscle car, but it was in the era that we're referring to here. And it was really popular as well. Mainly because they gave them to astronauts for $1. But, you know, by and large, though, this was the car to beat. And not only in sales, but also in speed. So we're going into the 960s, as I mentioned before. I'm going to start off with the first edition, the first time the Charger name was ever mentioned, which was 1965, the Dodge GT Charger. It had a V8. They only made 150 of them, though. So,
wow.
I mean, again, a car that was supposed to be competing with the Mustang, that's not a really good showing because there's not enough of them being made. Yeah. Therefore, making the price of them pretty crazy. And if you own one of these, if you have one of 150, or one of the 150, you're doing pretty fucking well for yourself.
And that's, I'm even looked up the average cost of the Mustang when that first came out. And that one was even more affordable.
Yeah, the 64?
Yeah, it's $2,400.
Yeah. Again, if you have a job, probably get one.
Yeah, that's so insane, man. Wow.
Must have been fucking nice.
And it is 43,000. Oh wait, no, that's a way bigger number than that. Holy shit. Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh yeah, if you want to just get real sad, look up the price of the new Mustangs. It'll make your feelings hurt a little bit. Especially the new, the really, really nice ones. I think it's called the Dark Horse. The Dark Horse Mustang that just came out recently, God. Maybe a few months ago.
Dang it, man.
It was a beautiful vehicle, though. I'm still not a Mustang guy, but I do like how it looks. And the performance in it is ridiculous, but it's supposed to compete with, they were actually make these cars to compete with the BMWs.
Wow. Yeah.
It's supposed to be able to beat, it's supposed to beat Germany for a third time. USA.
Yeah, 78.9.
And that's the MSRP. So then you got to factor in the markup of every dealership.
Yeah, that's wild.
Mm-hmm. It'll hurt your feelings. So anyways, going forward in the story, like I mentioned before, the whole, you had Dodge, Chrysler. They did release the Barracuda, which I also love the Barracuda. Gotta love that car. It's so beautiful. That was 65 as well. But yeah, we're still trying to find the footing to make a car that compete with the Mustang. You have Chevy, their Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
You have Ford as Mustang. What is Dodge going to do to just even get in the realm of this conversation? 1966, the Charger came out. The thing that I mentioned before about like the different colors you can get with the cars, that started back then. You can get a car and as a damn near any color you want to, and except for pink, and they'll come from the factory like that. But not only that, you can customize the engine. It came with like a
that's dope.
bunch of different engine choices. So again, this is for your budget. So if you can't afford, the top of the line, you can still get a V8. It might not be the best one. We can still have a V8 and have fun with your friends and do burnouts.
Yeah, and was that a common thing for them to do that? Like have everything customizable like that?
Back then, yeah, because they were trying to make a car for everybody's wallet. And even if you look at the Chargers and Challengers now, there's so many different models of them. I mean, they're coming from a V6, which nobody should ever buy, to the Hellcat or the SR. Is it the SRT 8? Yeah, which is one of the higher ones. And then you have the RT, but I think that's also now a 6-cylinder. But there's so many different. There's I can go on for this is off the top of my head.
Yeah,
the different models that they have. Then you have the Super B. Oh, the RT. Right, I said that one. Oh, goodness. Anyways, there's a ton of different versions of these cars for everybody's budget. They want everybody to be able to get one of these cars. And that's never changed.
Yeah.
With the Charger and Challenger. One for every wallet. There's even, I think there's a Challenger that's a V6 and it's all-wheel drive for some reason. I couldn't answer that one. But still, so even back then till now, they want, no matter what your pockets look like, you can have fun in one of their cars.
Yeah.
Which is great. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. We have the Daytona. So 1969, like I said before, Summer of Love, the summer of 69, they came out with the Daytona. One of my favorite fucking cars. If you ever look up the Daytona, it has like a giant wing on the back of it. It looks ridiculous. But it was banned from NASCAR. Back when NASCAR was more of stock car racing like it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And not these, stock body kits.
That's a big ass fucking fin right there.
You need the downforce before you take off like a fucking spaceship.
Shit.
But it was so fast and it had such good grip. They had to get rid of it, and it was banned from NASCAR because nothing could beat it.
Wow.
Yep. So this is Dodge coming, like Dodge Chrysler coming out swinging because they're again trying to beat the Mustang. They're beating the Mustang and the Camaro, like not only on the streets but like talking about sales, everything else. Because again, your personality, because me and you could both get different cars and still have fun,
Yeah.
And who doesn't love that?
Yeah. It's not the same fucking base model you bought from the dealership,
Right. We could have crazy ass colors to fit our personalities.
Yeah.
And not break the bank doing it.
Yeah.
I gotta mention it because, if I don't, I'm gonna hear something from somebody somewhere. But you gotta mention 1969, the General Lee.
Oh, hell yeah.
From Dukes of Hazzard.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was a Charger. Mm-hmm. That thing's fucking cool.
I think that's the other one I was thinking of too. When I was thinking it's always like a Charger or a Challenger. Mm-hmm. Dukes of Hazzards.
Oh yeah, Dukes of Hazzard. They destroy 300 cars. Making that show.
I love that so much.
Oh man. I mean, because if you look at I used to watch show, me and my grandfather used to watch that show,
Mm-hmm.
And just like the landings were always like all fucked up, like
just getting wrecked.
Like you just see like an axle just blown out, transmission just completely destroyed. It's wild. They were not made for that shit.
No.
My brother did though, because USA,
hell yeah,
USA,
America, fuck yeah,
hell yeah. So I just had to give that the honorable mention. Unfortunately, the 70s were followed swiftly behind by the gas crisis. So you have the muscle era, like great, we're like who can build the biggest engine, who has the most displacement, who has this the loudest exhaust, who has the best car you can make. The problem is the gas crisis happened. The government stepped in hey, y'all gotta stop having fun.
Oh, those are probably gas guzzlers.
Oh yeah, they are.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they fucking are.
God damn.
Because they didn't care. Gas was like a quarter.
Yeah.
like 10 cents for a gallon or something like that. But when the gas prices happened, of course, completely wiped that whole era out because there's no way you can afford to fuel a car.
Yeah.
And the government also made it illegal to make them. More of them. Well, because again, gas guzzling and blah, 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 blah. They have no fun. You have no fun.
Yeah, I'm even looking at the Daytona. You talked about 1969. It said only 505 units were built that year.
Yeah. Yeah, that was also a rare vehicle though. Just like today, they're still not, making a bunch of them and shit. So, anyways, so like I was mentioning before, gas prices happened. They still actually made the Challenger and the Charger because they were partnered up with, I think, Mitsubishi, if my memory serves. And they were using their frame to then put on a Charger sticker.
Oh.
The thing is, they still, and I forgot to mention this too, my bad, the Hemi. Hey, write shit down about that. I'm just going to go off the top of my head on this one.
Hell yeah.
Going off the cusp.
Yeah, you got it.
The Hemi. And of course, you got, you can't think about the Hemi without thinking about Joe Dirt.
Oh, yeah. Joe Dirte.
Joe Dirte. I think he had a Daytona or a Cuda in that movie. Yeah, one of the two.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Please do. I can't remember which one it was.
I love that.
But it got a Hemi. This fucking movie was great.
Why don't you take your what did Kid Rock say to him? He's like, why don't you take yourself down to a Burger King, get you some French fries and a wham burger. I fucking love that movie.
So back then, and even there's still the old saying where there's no replacement for displacement.
Yeah, 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona.
Daytona? Okay, cool.
With the fin on it, but his is all fucked up.
Hell yeah, okay, because the front end was all fucked up. Yeah. But it still had Hemi.
Yeah, dude.
And that's what matters.
That Hemi.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
So part of the thing, like I was saying before with the with those cars, what made them so popular and also faster than their competitors with Ford and Chevy was that they used the Hemi. Hemi was short for hemispherical, which was so for those that that don't know, what powers your car, what makes your car go essentially is little explosions, little tiny
little combustions,
little
combustion engine.
Yeah, exactly. Hence the combustion engine, right? So what was going on is they changed how I believe it's the headers are shaped in there. So where it comes up to meet the fuel and spark and air mixture. So you need spark, air, and fuel to create the combustion to cause the piston to go down.
Yeah.
Or not the piston, oh geez. Oh wow, my brain just completely blanked.
I can't help you here.
That's unfortunate.
I can't help you.
Oh wow. My brain just lost it.
The hip bone's connected to the ass bone.
Hip bone's connected to my ass.
Oh shit.
Oh man. So let me see, where am I at here? Where I lost my damn train of thought here.
Yeah, let me look this up.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, the piston. So the piston compresses with that explosion. Like I said, you need air, fuel, and spark. So because of the hemispherical shape of that piece, it actually allowed for a more even and a better flow of that mixture, creating more power without more displacement.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually save weight and get way more power, which is pretty cool. So that's what again made those cars infinitely more desirable than their counterparts because they didn't have anything like it. Going on,
I'm on the website where it's called The Drive, and it said, "What is a Hemi?" It says, "It's an engine, a creed, a way of life."
Goddamn.
That's the caption.
But it saw like an American flag appear behind you when you read that.
That's amazing. I fucking love that shit.
Hell yeah.
Talking about.
So that's what I want to say about the Charger. The other one, the Challenger, I kind of put the two together. This was actually supposed to be more of the high end version though. So the Charger was supposed to go directly against the Mustang. The Challenger was supposed to go against the Mercury Cougar.
Ooh.
Remember Mercury? I remember Mercury.
I do remember because they had their symbol was like the three slants, right? Yeah, okay, I remember them.
Yeah, I think my mom had one back in the 90s.
Somebody at high school had one. Always.
Yeah, it was probably red. Has some rust on it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Them shitty bronze fucking rims that it had. Or the logo was bronze. Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like gold, but it like always like got dirty.
Yeah,
and they never cleaned it.
Looked decrepit.
Yeah. So this is again with the era kind of like we have now. So we have the two companies of, like, for example, we have Honda and Acura, or we have Ford and what is Ford's thing? It's not Mercury, it's Lincoln. So yeah, Ford and Lincoln. You have, Toyota and Lexus. Yeah. So it's like that. So where we had I believe Mercury was Mercury part of Ford? Or was it part of Chevy? I probably should look that up.
Let me look it
My
up.
bad, listeners. I forgot. Thanks, Dave. Look that shit up for me. I'm gonna keep going. So this car, the first ever mention of it was 1959 Corvette. Special edition was called the Challenger. They brought it back in the 60s to go up against, like I said, the Cougar. This car came with 9 different engine options.
Oh shit!
Again, a car for every budget.
It's Ford Mercury.
Ford. Okay, yeah, Ford was Mercury, right? Because they had the cop car.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I see it now. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's
right.
That's the one.
That's what I blanked on. Yeah, was the cop car comparison.
Yep.
Yeah, so Ford was Mercury, right? So that actually needed a higher end vehicle. So if you got a Challenger, this came with like leather interior. It had it was a nicer looking interior, nicer looking car. For your money, it's going to be a little bit more, of course, but you're playing with a luxury brand. You're trying to get sport and luxury in the same go.
Yeah,
that's what this is here for. So, like I said, 9 different engine options, ton of different paint jobs, same that they have today. They stopped production in 74, again, gas crisis. Came back in 78 as a gas saver. Dude, if you look at these, it's like, look how they butchered my boy. It's so bad. Disappeared again, came back in 06 and is now leaving in 2024.
Oh yeah, these Mercuries look ugly when they came
back.
Wow. Yeah, that's ugly as fuck.
But if you look at the Mercury Cougar though, I think it was gorgeous.
Yeah, that's dope. The Mercury Cougar, that looks like a pimp ass. I've seen that in so many movies.
Oh, of course you have.
Right there. The bubble window in the back. I love that. Yeah. That's dope.
All right. So the reason, again, I have to give some context about the two cars, about the company, is all to lead us to the actual meat and potatoes of this whole thing, which, like 52 minutes into it, but whatever.
You made it.
The Black Ghost, the story of the Black Ghost. Freaking love it because it's like a movie. Like if it's not already in a movie, it should be a movie about this dude because it's just your car was called the Black Ghost first and foremost. That's dope. All right, just saying. So this was a 1970 Challenger, right? It was a Challenger RTS. I'm sorry, let me be more specific. It had a fake gator skin roof.
Yeah, this looks amazing.
Oh yeah, it's great.
When you said gator skin, I looked at it. I was like, holy shit, it is.
It's beautiful. So beautiful.
It really is. Yeah.
He used the 426 Hemi. It was actually came with like all this again from the factory because you had the option for a black car if you wanted it, that engine option if you wanted it, and this car, the legend of it was solved not too long ago, but the legend of the Black Ghost. There was an area in Michigan. It was called Woodward Avenue. It was a street, but it was an 8-lane road.
Oh shit!
And it was mostly flat. So everybody raced there.
Hell yeah. And
the cops let them do it, though. That's the crazy thing. The cops let them do it, which is great because they were actually just out there having fun. Nobody was, doing anything weird.
Yeah.
So fuck off, And people would street race. People would race on the side streets, race on the main streets, drug racing all over the place. What's great about it is that because it was right next to the factories, you had people testing out new engines there. You didn't even know about it.
Oh, shit.
You had engineers from all the big companies bringing cars there that had never been seen before, or an engine that was never used before.
Oh shit!
Testing it against these other cars.
Man, that got been wild on a Friday night, dude.
Dude, right?
That'd have been fucking crazy.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
I'd watch that movie.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
the Black Ghost, the legend of this car was actually brought up in this era because this car would come out of nowhere, smoke everybody, and disappear.
Oh shit!
So it normally what would happen is you would race a couple lights and then you would stop and whatever bullshit and talk some shit. He would keep driving. He would win and keep driving and never stop.
Oh shit!
Like gotta go.
See you later, losers.
Literally losers. So this car was actually found after this man's dad died. So this guy named I think his name was Jeffrey. His dad, Godfrey Qualls, was the owner of this vehicle. And he died and didn't tell nobody shit. His best friend knew about it. And he didn't say shit either because his best friend was no snitch.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we know you got a homie. Didn't snitch on you for years.
What car?
Right?
I don't even got a license.
Right. So the car was actually found in the garage after Godfrey had passed away. And his son found it. Was like, man, this is a really interesting car. What the hell? Why? What is this? Looked up, did some research. Next thing you know, found out that they found the ghost.
That's insane, man.
Dude, that's such a badass thing.
The fact that he just kept it a secret, like he was just like such a G about it.
Do you know why he kept it a secret? He's a fucking cop.
Oh,
he was a Detroit police officer.
Oh shit!
A Detroit police officer was moonlighting as a street racer.
Yeah, that fucked me up right there. Holy shit!
Mind you, he also was a motorcycle cop.
Oh wow!
So he's even crazier.
That's fucking wild, man. And then his kid to find that, like,
yeah, dude,
that is like a movie, like you said. That's
right?
like finding out your dad was like a superhero.
Dude, kind of is actually. Like, I like that. Like that's pretty much like 100% what it is, dude. Like that's it, man.
It's like you hear legends of like fucking Batman, and then you find the bat suit.
Right? It was like my dad was Batman. The fuck, dude?
Like what the fuck, man?
And if we're rich, why are we living in Detroit still?
Yeah, like why am I broke as hell? Right? He didn't leave me no money.
Right? Not shit. Oh man. So so Godfrey, the father. Again, like he was a Detroit cop, well loved by everybody. Like he was one of those police officers that like the neighborhood knew him. Like everybody fucked with him. Good dude overall. He was also a war veteran. He was a Vietnam vet, or not Vietnam. He's a Dominican Republic veteran.
Oh,
the lesser known part of that whole era of the Red Scare when we went to the Dominican. Yeah, he was a paratrooper, by the way. So this dude jumped out of fucking planes.
Oh shit!
Fought the Dominican Republic. Almost got blown up by a grenade, mind you.
What if like that's why he kept driving? He just like got PTSD during the race and just kept like
that makes a lot of sense.
Just hearing the pops of the engine and everything. You just like
I make that joke all the time about my grandfather because my grandfather was a driver during World War II, and that like you think I drive fast? Where do you think I got it from, dude?
Hell yeah,
he was worse than I am. He had this truck. He had a Chevy. I think it was like a Chevy Silverado. I forgot the 1500. I think maybe I can't remember. It's been so long. But anyways, old 90s truck was white, and you remember like how the speedometer used to have like little needle at the end of it, so it wouldn't go past a certain point.
Yeah.
That thing was just bouncing off that. He was just driving, going to my great grandma's house.
Hell yeah.
Just chilling. It's fine.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, you think I drive fast? Fat motherfucker. He drove like Germans were still shooting at him. Like I can't make it up. The dude was insane. But I can't. I'm glad he's not still alive because like this motherfucker would make fun of me right now. He would see my little fucking car. He's like, "What the fuck is that?"
I thought this would be better.
I thought I raised a man. He also didn't think that any car under a V8 was a car. So
this is my legacy.
Right, I left to you.
I died for this,
bitch. Then die again. I don't want no part of this shit.
Like just stay dead. Problem
Right?
solved.
Yeah, shout out to Poppy. Miss you, man. Anyways, so the same thing with this dude. So apparently he was in a safe area on leave, but he was still in Dominican when this happened. And there was, I don't know how they had it, but they had a fighter plane from I think World War II, if I'm guessing this right, and they started shooting out of a plane at him.
Oh shit.
With a fucking fighter plane. He lived.
God
he
damn.
lived. He lived. So he survived a grenade, survived that conflict, came back home to be a police officer in Detroit in the 70s.
That's pretty balling right there.
A motorcycle cop on top of that, to then being a secret street racer known as the Black Ghost.
Yeah, and like I'm like looking at pictures of the guy and like just some pictures of him with the car. And, like he doesn't even look like he would be doing any of that stuff.
Not at all, dude.
Just looks like a normal dude.
And like I said before, like he was so unassuming. Like again, he was really well loved by the people. Like he was like one of those cops that everybody knew his name in a good way.
Yeah.
You know. So he was apparently this amazing man and led a secret life of a street racer.
It's just like I'm trying to think. Like nobody would like. There had to have been like journalists who were like trying to follow him home.
Oh yeah,
stuff like
probably.
that. And he was just.
But how can you catch him? He has the fastest car on the streets.
Yeah, in the night, just
a black on black car too.
Yeah, in the cut, just gone, dude. That's awesome. And this car, it's cool too because on the side of it, it has this emblem underneath the RTS that says Africa. That has it looks cool. Like looks all beat up.
Yeah. I think that's actually the original logo.
Oh no,
that's on there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
because this car is actually in it is the where is it at now? I want to say it went to auction at one point, but then it ended up in a museum. Oh goodness, I really should have had that looked up. I am so sorry. I know I thought I wrote that down too.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, because the car ended up oh, you know what? There's another page in my notes. I'm just an idiot.
There you go.
Anyways, yes, like I said, he was a Detroit police officer for 37 years. He actually passed away in 2015.
Oh,
so he was alive for a while. That's what it was. In 2020, that car was inducted into the National Registry.
Okay, yeah.
So the car that you're seeing in those pictures is the original car.
Wow.
So that damage to that symbol was original. That's where it came from.
Yeah, dude, because I'm like picturing like back then it was probably like burger joints.
Oh yeah, man! It's like your sweetie to get a malt.
Yeah, cruise down the fucking the strip, and fucking just roar that fucking engine,
Oh, it had to sound nice too, man.
Yeah, there's a quote here that his son said, like his earliest memories of the car. He said his dad would start the car and it would shake the whole house.
I believe that.
And that's fucking cool.
Like you said, man, it's like waking up one day and finding out your dad was a fucking superhero.
Because like imagine his neighbor, like he like starts the car and like, how you doing, Bob?
Right, because he's a police officer. What are you gonna say to him? What are you gonna do? Like, who are you gonna complain to?
It sounds like there's like a fucking thunderstorm in his garage.
Oh man, that's funny. Did you know that some modern muscle cars actually have a quiet start mode?
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah, and that's actually like why do they do that?
For neighbors.
For neighbors?
Just like not that asshole on the block.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I mean, especially like this time of year when it's cold, a cold start, you're waking up the whole neighborhood. Especially with a giant Hemi underneath that thing. Everybody's gonna hate you. Like everybody hates you.
There's like so many videos on this thing too. Wow.
Yeah, I kept it brief, but there is a lot to this man's story. It was he led a pretty fucking crazy life, obviously. Which brings me to, of course, the present. Like I said before, I want to mention his story about Dodge, story about the Challenger and Charger, bringing us to today. Which again, they're getting rid of the gas powered cars. This is it. The very last one they're making is the Dodge Challenger Black Ghost. That's honor of his car.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
It looks a lot like too. It's fucking dope. This thing is a 6.2 liter V8. Coming in at 807 horsepower.
Holy shit.
807 horses.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
Look, I'm trying to find. Oh yeah, here's a picture.
Oh, it looks mean, dude. It looks super mean. I don't know how many they're making though. That's one thing I don't know. But like that's the last one, man. And I can guarantee you anything, that car's gonna be worth so much fucking money in like 30 years.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be so ridiculous.
Yeah, that looks sleek as fuck right there.
It has all the fixings. So the original car, when he bought it, he paid $5,272. And the car sold for over $1 million.
Holy shit.
I mean,
That's insane.
Oh, it was in Indy. The auction happened in Indianapolis.
Holy shit, man.
Oh man, I wish I ain't got the kind of money, but still, we'll have to look at it.
Oh no, it's actually fucking 1,072,000. I'm sorry, I said 1,075,000. It's 72,000. Yeah. That's a fucking lot. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
I almost feel like it should be worth more than that, just because of the history. You know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's dope. I like this story. Yeah, this one's cool as fuck. I'm glad I didn't know a lot about it, so I just kind of came in fresh with this one.
Yeah.
That's cool as fuck right there.
Yeah. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Hell yeah.
Hope you all enjoyed this episode of Acquired Taste.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an ear out because we're doing some cool stuff here soon. We're doing another beer, so keep an ear out for that.
Real soon.
We're doing another party for our 2nd year anniversary. We made it 2 years almost, so appreciate y'all for that.
Yep, no live recording, so we'll be able to hang out and, fucking
chop it up.
Yeah, just chop it up, have a good time. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we can't wait to see you all there. Of course, there will be more details as we draw closer. But because we're recording this episode so soon, this isn't coming out for another 3 weeks.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
We'll probably have more detail between now and then. Keep an eye out on our social medias. If you don't already follow us, please give us a follow on your favorite social media sites. If you don't already follow us on your favorite listening devices or services, give us a follow there too. We appreciate it. We finally hit over 200 followers on Spotify. We are very, very happy about that. We still are very humbled, and we thank you all for the love. And we will be back again.
Hell yeah.
Indeed. Y'all be cool.
Have a good one.